It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
Is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 22-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? There was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And he'll give it here to his running back. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
3rd down.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now this is fielded in the end zone, and he's going to be trapped inside his own 5. A very curious decision to bring that one out.
So they wound up passing on a long field goal try, but that works out for him really well. That one's down inside the 5-yard line.
And it's risky because your punter, if he puts it in the end zone, the net result not worth it, but there, I think worth it. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line.
The ball carrier.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here comes Edwards-Helaire on the toss right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes. And going. He's got a man. Complete. The 40. The 30. 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 96 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, a conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, punt the ball away. But no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there.
They're on 24-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Second and 9.
Hurts. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Like a freight train there. Derek Nottie with a sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Screenplay, Johnson. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Here's Braden Mann now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. 57. Let's get off the field. 57 to Mike. Yellow. To Mike. Come on. Come on, D. Check 52. Check 4. Check 4.
In his own end zone, it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 36 yards on the play.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the first quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked. And there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy? It's been exceptional.
Edwards-Helaire on the counter. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Right back to Edwards-Helaire on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Made back at his 48-yard line.
Second and 12. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
Watch 84! Watch 84! He's going!
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that is going to be incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
48-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. March 43. March 43. 43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check, check. 43. Nice, sweetheart.
Hey, 43, 43, 15. Out. Attack.
Alert 3.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Flush to his right. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Bryce Hall.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Check nickel. Watch the safety creep.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
He's telling right. Hey. You got 3. 3 down. 15's mine. I got 15. 15's mine.
Hey, rip it.
Watch out. Big ass.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flushed out right. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is because you got to get his attention because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. They dialed up a 3rd and 1 blitz defensively. It worked.
Yeah, and a lot of people would think, hey, they thought pass and they guessed right. In a lot of cases, you bring the blitz just to mess up the blocking on a running play. Instead, in this situation, the run wasn't there. They just followed everything right back to the quarterback.
The score.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Second down, here's Hurts. Looking for Mims, but this is intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Kill. He's coming. We got double up. Hey, 15.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
What's tight? Tight is right. 4 down. Check. 4 down.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Buying time to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Come on, let's go.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, this from 53. And this one is right down Broadway. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
23 yards on the play. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 44-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Aldrich Rosa set to kick off.
Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw, it's Mahomes. Looking here for Smith downfield. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 55 yards.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward.
on 2nd and goal. Mahomes toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up 3rd and goal.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now here's Mahomes. And the Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Butker for the Chiefs field goal. A 21-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
5-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Hurts. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Yellow, yellow.
Strong right. 4 down. Check. Shift. Watch the shift. Check 15.
Mahomes going to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The safety, Marcus May, in there on the coverage.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line.
11-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He finds an opening past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. They get 17 more on that one and another first down. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
The ball carrier.
16 yards on the play as they try to chip away at this 16-point deficit. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. On first down, Hurts. And incomplete on the deep ball.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Got a man, it's Johnson, end zone, touchdown Jets. Ty Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. They're going to try and run. And they will get back to within 1 score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the 4th.
Aldrich Rosas set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Check motion. Undercross, under. And ripple is. Shoot. Yellow. Let's go. 52.
Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Helaire, the ball.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Check 24. Check 24. Check 99. Check 99. Check.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes on the run. He'll let this go deep right. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Nicole Hardman, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. And not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Touchdown.
A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit.
Will line up.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. And he is going to get in. But there is a flag down. Let's sort this out here. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
5-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On your teammate, 57, 57.
Hey, alert 3. Switch. Check 26, check 26.
Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
Shift.
15, 15.
Check 15, check 15.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
It's now 3rd and 10.
Mahomes now to throw. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, that has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
This is brought in at the 21. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Here's Hurts to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Nice job by Juan Thornhill there to get a hand in and break up the play.
The play is a turnover on down.
36. Check nickel. Watch the safety creep. Watch out. Big edge. Check it, finish early.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
57's the mic. Watch 57. I don't listen. 57. Mike, 57. You can't block me. Hey, check Mike 57.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. 11 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Mahomes going to throw it here. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Complete to number
5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, Mahomes. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
A big loss on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And it wasn't really always pretty